Hi everyone, Stephanie Pinkernell here, Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and I want to welcome you to day 13 of the 21-day ACT Bootcamp. Yes, 13 guys, you've made it way more than halfway, and I am super proud of you. I'm just enjoying each and every video. I watch mine usually in the morning, first thing when they're posted, and I love learning something first thing in the morning, getting my day kick-started, but also seeing what you guys are taking away. This is my I've already participated in a boot camp before at same concept, and each and every time I watch a video, I learn something new. It's very important. Make sure if you're attending now that you do it again the next time. You're always learning. So congratulations to each and every one of you for making it to day 13. A little over a week left to go, and I'm sure you're really taking a bunch of information away from these videos. So thank you for continuing this process. So what we're talking about today is goal setting. Why we need to set goals, how we need to set them, and why we need an action plan, and make sure we're visualizing these goals. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys a PowerPoint presentation that I put together regarding goal setting. Help you follow along a little bit better probably. So with reference to goal setting, let's talk about it. I love this quote from Michelangelo, and think about it a little bit. You know, just the greatest danger for most of us, it isn't that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it's too low and we reach it. So don't settle with where you're at today, guys. You've signed up and you committed to this boot camp and you made it to day 13. I know you want more. So make sure you're setting goals. Make sure you're setting goals that are higher, that you're believing in yourself. You've got an opportunity of a lifetime before us. So make sure you're setting those goals and building. Let's see here. Did you know that by writing down your goals, you're 42% more likely to achieve them? So again, you don't want just this thing, you know, these ideas and goals in your head. We need to write them down. We're going to go over that a little bit more and why this is so important, writing it down. Well, a couple of things. By writing it down, it forces you to clarify what you want, okay? It's going to be, and we're going to talk about that when we talk about SMART goals, but specific. Imagine, okay, so skip reading through this right now, but imagine you're going on a trip, right? You might be kind of a spur-of-the-moment person. I'm not, but imagine you're going on a trip, but you don't know where. You don't know if it's a warm climate, cold climate. You don't know how you're going to get there. You don't know how to pack. You don't know anything. It's going to be a little bit difficult. It's the same thing with goals and setting a plan. You have to have a plan. You have to have milestones, and you have to, you know, make sure you have your long-term goals, but you have short-term goals to get there. So writing down your goals forces you to select something specific and decide what you want. Okay, so we're not just going to just go out there. I want to be emerald, in 2 years or a year or whatever it be. You can't just say that. It also, by writing it down, it motivates us to take action. Writing your goals down is only the beginning, guys. You have to make sure you have an action plan like I talked about, and we're going to execute it. I've found that writing down my own goals and reviewing them regularly, guys. I mean, I look every Sunday. I set my goals kind of for the week and my action plan individually as well. But every day I review them. I look, have I done this? Have I done, I actually do it twice a day. I do it in the morning to see what I need to do, and I do it at night to make sure I did each and every activity that I meant to do. So that is one of the most important things, is to take your action plan. So because it will provide also a filter for other opportunities. I don't know about you guys, but the more successful I am with anything in life, but especially with Plexus, the more opportunities arise. People see that you're energetic, you're positive, and they want you on their team, they want you on their network marketing company, whatever. We know 100% that we have the best of the best products, the best compensation plan, and that our corporate wants us to be successful. They want everything for the ambassadors to make sure they do it right. So we have the best. There's no reason for us to change or go off path here. But these opportunities are going to happen. But if you have a goal and you have a plan to hit emerald in a year or two or whatever it be, you're not going to stray. You've got that goal and you're looking at it each and every day, and you're doing the actions to get there. It also helps you overcome resistance, okay? We've talked about it a jillion times, but network marketing is a roller coaster. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, and like this is making an example, there's resistance. But the important thing is, if you have your goal set, you're not going to focus on the resistance, because that'll get stronger. If you focus on negativity, it's only going to create more negativity. But the way to overcome negativity, resistance, whatever it be, is to continue to focus on what you want and what your goal is. And if you have it written down, this makes it a lot easier. It also enables you to see and celebrate your progress. Life is hard, y'all. I mean, we all know we're busy. We have trials in life. It is hard, but it's particularly difficult when you don't see that you're making new progress. So if you have these goals set, but you feel like you're working yourself to death and you don't have anything, you're not looking at your milestones, you're just going for it. You're never going to feel like you're getting anywhere. You're never going to feel like you see progress or that you're achieving things. But if you have them written down and you have smaller goals in milestones and time-bound goals, you're going to be able to see those, achievements. You're going to be able to celebrate them with people and make you feel good and to fuel your fire. So it's always very important to have them written down, and it provides you an opportunity to celebrate them when you attain them. When we talk about goal setting, I'm sure many of you have heard of the acronym SMART for SMART goals. They're specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So we're going to go through each and every one of these individually. Specific goals. The goal must be clearly stated, and it needs to say whom, where, why, when, how. All of those things. Think your who, why, where, what, when, and how. Sometimes it may even state why the goal is important to you. You should already have your why, your original why too, as well. We talked about that in the first day. But not all of these questions will apply to every goal, but it's just very important to ask all the questions in order to assess how specific your goal can be and make it as clear as possible. Again, no vague goals, very specific. They need to be measurable. Measurability applies to both the end result and the milestones that we talked about along the way to attaining a goal. This answers the question of quantity, how much, how often, and how many. The milestones are signs along the way that tell you that you're on the right track to achieving your goal, like we just discussed. For example, say your ultimate goal might be to be Emerald by July 2017, and you're sitting at Silver right now. It looks like a little typo there, but the milestone may be Gold by October, Senior goal by January, etc. So you need dates there. You need to be specific and measurable. This makes the goal more attainable because it's easier to think individual promotions rather than just the end result of becoming an Emerald. It has been said that what cannot be measured cannot be managed. So again, make sure that's measurable. Needs to be attainable. Y'all, you should ensure that your goals are set to be achievable. Dream big. We have opportunity of a lifetime, and we see people all around us being successful, including ourselves, but you have to make sure it's something that it talks about it a little bit, but your strengths and your weaknesses. Don't just say you're going to be diamond in 6 months. Be realistic. First, you must believe that you can manage to do what you're setting out to do. Again, believing in yourself is very, very important. If you set goals that are unbelievable, even to yourself, it's very unlikely that you would ever achieve them. The goals must be possible. We talk about that in All Things Equal. Be careful, though, not to limit yourself based on what other people say and believe. Reach out to some of our jewels if you have any questions or concerns, or reach out to your upline or whoever it be who have been in this business for a little while, that believe in our comp plan and our products and whatnot. Look at all the diamond documentaries. Those are a great source as well. But make sure you don't limit yourself because everybody else around you tells you you can't. But set your own standards by understanding your abilities and your strengths. Make sure that your goals are relevant. Your goals must be relevant to what you want to achieve in the short term and the long term. Understanding your organizational or personal vision, mission, and purpose is critical in this respect. Sometimes you can be tempted to do something simply because it's easy or it sounds good, but only to discover later that it has no long-term importance to what you want to achieve. So we will talk a little bit about our action plan and how we, get to building our business. That's what this whole boot camp is about. But make sure everything on your goals and your action plan is relevant to your long-term goals as well as your short-term. Time-bound. This sometimes overlaps a little bit with being specific, but it aims to ensure, another typo, I apologize, that you put a time frame to your goals. This can prevent you from procrastinating because you know that you're working on a deadline. So again, if you just have a long-term goal, you might put things off. But if you have a long-term and short-term and an action plan, weekly, we talk about it here, daily, weekly, monthly, 3, 6, 9, 12-month goals, you are more than likely not going to procrastinate. Goals are dreams with deadlines. Again, just very, very specific to our time bound. But if you find yourself unable to set a SMART goal, it's more than likely that your future plans aren't clear enough and you need to be worked on. you need to be more specific, okay? Doing this careful planning at the beginning of goal setting will save you a lot of time and disappointment at later stages and will avoid you making costly mistakes. So really, y'all, putting in this time and effort right now into your goals is very important. Now we kind of talk about an action plan a little bit. This goes over some different things that you can be doing to help promote your business and get to that next promotion. These could be little steps to your short-term and long-term goals to write down what you need to be doing. But it's very important to review them every day. Y'all, I set goals for the week. Like I said, every Sunday I look over those. On every morning, I make sure I have my action plan for the day. Y'all, I mean, I know we're all busy. I drive 45 minutes to work, and I make sure I maximize that time by listening to videos, listening to calls, by messaging people, obviously not text, but verbal, voice messages, whatever it be. I maximize that. That's 45 minutes one way. I leave the house at 6:10 in the morning. I get home roughly around 5, single mom of 2, busy with extracurricular activities, cooking, cleaning, all that fun stuff. We're all busy. I get it, but make sure you have a plan that day of how you're going to be successful with your Plexus business. We'll go over a little bit of that as well. But so make sure you have that every day. I look at it in the morning and at night to make sure I've done everything. If you're building your business, try and make sure each family member, I'm talking cousins, aunts, uncles, whoever, is at least on one Plexus product. Guys, we've got, omegas, we've got multivitamins, we have everything, something everyone can benefit from. So make sure you're reaching out to your family. Sometimes they're the hardest ones to get to jump on board. Sometimes they're the quickest ones if they want to support you. You also want to give out your business cards, set a goal for that, business cards, brochures, whatever, samples. Make sure you're messaging your friends. If you're just deciding to kickstart your business, make sure you're reaching out to them and with passion that it's you. And, I love voice messaging on Facebook or, reaching out and calling them so they can hear that passion in your voice. So make sure you're reaching out to all your friends and family members. Go back to that Frank's list there. Perfect 10, that's sharing your product with 3 people, sharing the opportunity with 3 people, sharing your skills with 3 team members, and hosting an event. I think we're going to go over those more specific in other videos, so I'm not going to focus on that. But these are just things that you need to make sure you're doing to reach your business goals. Commit to actively sharing Plexus for at least a year. Y'all, you need to commit to yourself for the products and getting healthy, number 1. But number 2, commit for at least a year. I mean, I would even do longer, but commit to something. It's a whopping $34.95 is all you pay to sign up. In the profits coming back are so much more. So just commit, please. I encourage everybody to commit to go into a convention next year. Not only is it fun, not only are you surrounded by at least 12,000 people that are like-minded, but you learn so much, and they just you build your belief in the company so much more. So I encourage you to commit to attend a convention next year. Okay, again, so you're just starting off your business a little bit. The most important thing, I think, and this is also as a leader helping your ambassadors, get them earning some commissions. That just really just creates some momentum and some drive for them. One of the first goals should be signing their first 3 preferred customers as well as the first 3 ambassadors. This could be, mama's friends, whatever it be. But going silver is key. Somebody's going to talk about the power of 3, but going silver in your business is key for creating excitement and motivation. Like I said, in yourself, you get that $100 bonus. It's your first promotion. You can just blast on Facebook that you got your first promotion. It's super exciting. Celebrate it. But again, one of the first goals should be getting those 3 preferred and 3 ambassadors. So just a little graphic I wanted to share. It will hurt. This action plan and sacrificing time and whatever it be to build your business is going to hurt. It's going to take time. It's going to require dedication, willpower, healthy decision-making, sacrifice. You might not get to watch TV. Y'all, I've turned the TV on a little bit for the Olympics, but other than that, I hate to be, honest here, but I hear a little bit of news at work, but I don't turn my TV on for myself 30 minutes a week. I don't. It's something that I sacrifice, and guess what? I'm okay. My kids need me. I need to work my business. I know I need my why. As a single mom, my paycheck pays my mortgage, so I need this. So I'm going to make a sacrifice. TV, whatever, it can go. There will be temptations. There's going to be temptations to not, work your business 100%. But I promise you, when you reach those goals, this is the long term and the short term, it's going to be worth it to you, and you're going to be excited. So keep on track, y'all. Visualization. This is, mentally picturing what your goals are and what you're going to do, how you're going to celebrate it. A couple little bullets here. Dream a little. I want you to think about it. If you were the #1 income earner in Plexus, we know that's Celeste, and Tara wanted to give you an award in front of 10,000. I said 10,000, but there was 12,000 plus this year at convention. What would you wear? Be specific. What color is it going to be? What's it going to look like? Where are you going to buy it from? How much is it going to cost? These are all things to help your mind on track to dreaming big. If you were earning an extra 10,000 a year in Plexus business and you want to give back to a charity, what would that be? How much money do you need to become debt-free in the next 3 to 5 years? We have an ambassador on our team. I won't say her name. She'll probably shout it out in the comment section herself, but she is becoming debt-free because of Plexus, and it's huge for her. She never dreamed it would even be possible. Think about 3 places you'd love to visit in the next 3 years. I promise you guys, Plexus can do that for you if you work your business and you really strive to meet these goals. When you leave this planet of Earth, what would you like your legacy to be for future generations? Okay, this isn't just, yes, obviously, this goes more than Plexus, but a personal growth through Plexus is teaching me so much about myself and about life and positivity and confidence. And, I'm teaching with goal setting. My children see it. They see me not only set the goals and how to set goals, but how to achieve them and how to celebrate them. And they celebrate them with me. And I believe 100% that they are learning and are going to be, great goal setters in their life. You want to see it? That's what we're talking about, visualization. Believe it and achieve it. So my question to you right now, do you have pictures? Do you have goals? Do you have sticky notes, on your mirrors? Are they out there for you to see? Dream boards, whatever. If they're not, get them out now. You need to see them. Here's my most recent dream board. I do some electronically. I know a lot of people have them, with actual pictures on maybe cork boards or whatever it be, but here's my latest electronic one. I have been able to take some things off and add things along the way, which is super exciting. But I want to go to Bora Bora someday. My kids really, really, really want a side-by-side little buggy, just like some of my friends here in Gunner, and I want to be able to give them that someday or give it to us as a family. I want to shine bright like a diamond. Obviously, I know there's promotions between here. I've got to go senior ruby, emerald, sapphire, and then diamond. I want to work on those kids' college fund, get my Plexus Lexus. There's my big Y in the middle, my 2 lovely kids, Ella and Ashton. Out of debt. I want to give back to charity. I want a fabulous outdoor patio with huge fireplace and outdoor living space. And I've got a quote from Tori Spelling. There are days when I struggle with wanting to be a full-time stay-at-home mom and feeling guilty about that because I work. I know many of us work. And we have to. But I do know that Plexus is an opportunity for me for the first time in my life that I believe I might be a stay-at-home mom someday. So there's my little dream board. Commitment, okay? This is kind of our last slide. But, setting goals is super important, but the commitment process is even more important. The commitment portion, it says, of the goal setting process is perhaps the most crucial, and I believe that 100%. It's easy to decide what you want and why you want it, but to understand your commitment to achieve your goals is key. If you keep on doing what you've always been doing, you're going to get what you've always been getting. And in order to achieve your new goals, you will need to make some changes to what you are currently doing. Now, I want you to ask yourself, if not now, when? Let me go ahead and stop sharing here, guys, and just kind of wrap this video up. Like I said, you've already committed to this boot camp, so I know you want more in life. You see the potential with a Plexus business opportunity, and you want to maximize it. So I encourage you today, if you've already set goals, to go back through and kind of tweak those a little bit. But set your goals, set an action plan, and commit to yourself. Draw that line in your sand. I believe in you 100%. As far as takeaways and comments, certainly throw anything out there that you've learned or taken away from this. If you would like to go ahead and do a dream board or take a picture one and share in the comment section, I would absolutely love that. I would highly encourage you to do your goals and your action plan and send those to an accountability partner. If you don't have one, find one. Maybe send it to your upline, whoever it be, but make sure you commit. Share it with loved ones if you feel like it. But always know that we're one team and one family, and we are here to support each other. Sometimes other people outside of our little tribe don't understand and believe in our opportunity. But I encourage you to set those goals, set them high, dream big, visualize, put them in front of you, and let's do it. So I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to me talk to you about goal setting. It's one of the most important things I think in life that we can do. So have a great day, guys.